Fall into depersonalization, derealization, or in other words, DPDR. The world and everything around you can feel like a dream, or for lack of a better word, a nightmare, truly. Everything can feel hazy and off, and the world around you can feel foreign and weird. It can literally feel like you're stuck and you're still asleep, or that there's just something blocking you from the world around you emotionally. The reason this happens is simply because the stress response has been turned on. DPDR in and of itself is a stress and trauma response. In terms of anxiety-driven DPDR, it is the freeze response in the fight, flight, and then freeze stress response. And the reason it feels like the reality is off or you're stuck in a dream or a nightmare is because your brain is now switched into complete threat detection mode above all. Meaning your adrenaline rises, your cortisol rises, and now your body itself is in a state of protection above all. And in this state, the priority is one thing and one thing only, and that is survival, nothing else. And in order to prioritize that, the parts of your brain associated with emotional depth are muted or just essentially turned down. So the emotional connection you would typically have to things and the way that you would perceive reality as a whole is technically altered. And that doesn't mean you're going crazy or losing your mind or that there's something wrong with you. It actually means your brain is working perfectly for what it perceives as danger. And that could be the very symptoms itself that it perceives as danger, or something that happened in the world around you, chronic stress, a panic attack, a bad drug experience, doesn't make a difference, at least in the context of anxiety-driven DPDR. So in other words, things usually look normal, but just don't feel normal anymore. And then typically your attention becomes hyper-focused inward because of these weird sensations, which only creates the loop that you fall into with DPDR. You start analyzing your thoughts, your vision, your feelings, and all these other symptoms, making it a bigger deal than what it actually is. It's just your body trying to protect you from what it perceives as danger. So in conclusion, the reason that you feel like you're in a dream or a nightmare is because the part of your brain that deals with positive emotions, memories, familiarity is temporarily muted because it perceives your current situation as a threat or that you're in danger. And as your mind and body relearn safety, all of these positive emotions, feelings, and memories come back exactly like they did before. You go back 100% to normal. And if you're in the thick of it right now with anxiety DPDR, I do have my completely free DPDR Calm Kit. You can get it by clicking the link in my profile. It comes with 12 mindset shifts that really help me through my anxiety and DPDR recovery, as well as a bit of extra information on anxiety and DPDR itself.